new GMC Sierras for under $50,000. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at cobblecars.com. Stock number G306367 with approved credit.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees expert. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
This is your High School Minute.
This is Rudy Gress IV with your Southeast Community College High School Minute. In American Legion Baseball, Carpetland Baseball is the Central Plains Regional Champion in Class A for the 2nd straight year. The Lincoln East Summer Squad beat Rapid City twice Sunday, both by a score of 5-1, to claim its 3rd regional title in 4 years. In Class B, Nemaha Sports Construction won the American Legion State Championship Saturday, beating Central City 4-0. Local high school fall sports begin practices today around the state, including football, volleyball, cross country, girls golf, boys tennis, and softball. Some headlines to follow this fall include: can Waverly repeat as Class B football state champions after beating Gretna East in last year's title game? Norris Volleyball is going for a three-peat, led by Husker commit Mallory Bosinger and TCU commit Kaylin Lotman. And Lincoln Southwest Softball is coming off its 5th Class A state championship and appear to be in the mix for number 6. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Boom! Nailed it! That was perfect. Nailed it. Got him. It is 4:04 in the city, Lincoln, America. 93.7 The Ticket, one-on-one. DP, Harrison Orange, take you through, following on all of our live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. And download the Ticket app. Again, pretty good time to get you to do that. Download the Ticket app so you have access to all of our content and games and everything that we're going to offer over the course of the next few months. Lots to talk about and lots to do. Harrison Orange, how the heck are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I keep saying I'm getting so excited for football coming back. Bears got some injuries that they're working through, but they got Ozzie back. Kobe Bryant's officially out for 4 to 6 months. Husker football's right around the corner. We kicked off in the pit. Well, the series that we're going 4 times a week now yesterday, and of course the entire lineup. I feel like we're settling in. Fall's approaching, and we're settling in right now, getting everything straightened out. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's the lineup. No offense. Not trying to offend anybody, but I like our lineup. As a matter of fact, and I would suggest that if you do not like our lineup, feel free to venture on down to 1040 O Street and tell the guys to their face.
I would say don't do that. Just write a kind email. I would not recommend going into their face and telling them they're not good.
Come on down. You're next.
But at this point, too, it's just like there's no hour.
Yeah,
you could come in there and pick on anybody.
Come on. Say what you got to say. Feel how you feel. Say what you got to say. That's what I would say. Harrison, get your cousin. Get your cousin down there. He's down there pulling up his shirt to Rudy and Nick Wyman.
Unfazed back there in the production room.
Man, you get numb. There's some chill to it. You have to go, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've just kind of landed on asking them if they're all right. I've been accused of a lot of crimes I've never committed by some of these people. Then I'm like,
sir,
are you all right,
sir?
If you're good, can you kindly leave the property? I'll give you a water. I wish you well, but you are not making a lick of sense right now.
Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to put. Okay, so it just struck me that I do not know that I've ever seen one in Lincoln. But what happened to water fountains?
There's one downtown. I can't remember what building it's right on 10th by some public building. I think it's a museum. I don't even know if it works.
And mind you, there for generations, that was the survival kit.
Mm-hmm.
And there were several rules of engagement, right? Don't put your mouth on it.
Yeah.
But of course, there were kids who did. That was literally what they would do. And it was the worst water in every way that you could possibly imagine. But you lived by it.
Yeah. We had the water fountains today, though. They're so nice.
Whatever
now they're
happened
nice
to
and
water
ice
fountains?
cold.
No, but I haven't seen any.
We need some.
Right? I mean, when it's 900 degrees, wouldn't it be great for anybody? Just one, you could refill your bottle, because everybody carries a bottle now. Well, not everybody, but
cut down on the
students,
plastic waste,
right? Yeah. To do that, right? Plastic waste, just to be able to refill your bottle. And if you had a bottle and you just emptied it, you could fill it back up with water.
Mm-hmm.
But it was and I spent most of my summers at recreation centers. So that's where the water fountains were. That's where I knew, or inside schools, right? But I don't know that it exists in schools anymore.
Our school had them, like the old style.
I just don't know that for folks who work in schools, tell me whether water fountains, especially the abundance of water fountains, like every arm of a school had a water fountain. And there were water fountains in malls. And I don't, like, you would think in Haymarket, walking along that street or O Street, there are water fountains. Because that would be really cool. If you're struggling and you could have water, that would be fantastic. But I haven't seen it.
We got a few texts here to answer some of the questions. We got the UNL buildings, which that makes sense. They all have water fountains. Every building does. And then we have Kip. He was in Italy this summer. The coldest, most beautiful water came from the public fountains.
Yes, sir.
Italy's got the water fountains.
Yes, sir. You are correct. And they found the perfect speed and force.
That's how you get rid of the mouth slurpers.
Right.
If there's not enough force on it, Then they get a little bit too close to the nozzle.
Well, you get the dribble.
Yeah.
And then you get those geysers that the moment you stick your face near it, you're just gonna drown and go straight up the nose.
That's
so
that's fine on a hot day.
There's some but there's some in between. Right? That has the perfect Texas says this. I think COVID killed the water fountains.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, because
they didn't rip them out of the ground. You think they would just open them back
I
up?
don't see. So this is a thing that they've done though. So a distant cousin to the water fountains was phone booths. Phone booths were everywhere.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Phone booths were everywhere. Also, cousin to them, candy machines. Candy machines were everywhere. Cigarette machines.
There were cigarette machines back then?
You couldn't go into. You don't know what cigarette machines?
Oh, like a vending machine of cigarettes?
Yes.
I didn't know people were doing that.
Let me tell you, it was diabolical.
That
it
is
was
diabolical.
fully diabolical because you would have these, and they were usually in bars and restaurants.
You're gonna go get myself a pack of Cowboy Killers from the vending machine,
bro. Like it's right there. And they would have them. They would have them at nightclubs, and they would have them at. They used to have them, man, like pizza parlors. Where like I don't know why.
Slice of
like you go to
cigarette
Pizza
on the
Hut.
way
You
out.
go to Pizza Hut. Well, because all those places, people smoke.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
there was a time back in the day when everybody smoked on planes, which
that is terrible.
it's awful. It's awful. It's horrible to think because you can go back and see the pictures, and it's just a cloud of smoke. Like it's just, and you're stuck with it.
Like it's hard for me to fathom. I know that stuff existed, but even at the time, I'm surprised there wasn't more people that were just like, "Hey, this is crazy, right?" Like I know I don't care if you guys smoke, but this is insane in a plane.
This is IQ Crew. Yeah, he said the bowling alley, cigarette vending machines in bowling, bruh, dead on. And I mean, the ones, and this is before the pre-programmed ones where you just punch a button.
Mm-hmm.
You had to put the money, and then you had to pull this knob, like that it would extend. And quite frankly, the knob would break off or it wouldn't work, and people would kick. The battles that people had with cigarette machines and vending machines over, give me my candy, bro. Like it would get stuck, it would fall, and it get stuck between the little spiral, and then it would never make it down to the bottom for you to get it out.
Oh, and if you're addicted to nicotine, you're banging on that glass, I'm sure.
Oh man. Yeah, Jeff G says, yeah, they had smoking sections and non-smoking sections on planes. On the plane. But you didn't have it wasn't separated.
Yeah. So
it wasn't
one
separated.
curtain's keeping the smoke out? Is that how it's working?
Couch says they have vape vending machines now. Okay, so there's a buddy of mine that when we were in Chicago, he went and wanted to find a vape.
Mhm.
And there's stores that sells flavored vape.
Yeah.
And he knew like all the codes and all the keywords. And I am just sitting there like he's speaking Latin. Like, I need this one with this flavor, this degree.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just, what is happening?
I got a buddy who's got a whole-on machine that he'll lug around with him every now and then. It's a unique game. That one I don't fully understand, but that
And they have the
picked up steam.
disposable ones. They have the permanent ones, the ones you keep.
Yeah.
That's yours. And then you have these disposable ones, which is a whole nother level of business, apparently.
That's the bane of a lot of high schools right now.
Right? That you
There's-
have the disposable ones. And that's, again, I've never been an inhaler of any, not the wacky weedus, not.
That's good. Doctors would tell you good job.
I
Your lungs aren't supposed to have smoke.
I just never got it. Like it was just like, nah, not my thing.
You ever tried chew? Like, did anybody get you on any?
No,
try?
even as a baseball player, even in college, my friends, and then even like when we were playing semi-pro softball, a lot of the guys would chew, and it went from full dip to pouches,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because hey, That makes it less grody. But the pouch thing, and then I had friends who would use gum and the chew at the same time. Lenny Dykstra of the Phillies and the Mets there are guys who would mix, they would take the pouches or the tobacco, and then they would wrap it in the gum. They chew up the gum, then they wrap it around the chew. So you're getting the sweetness and the taste of the tobacco, whatever buzz you got from the tobacco leaf.
Right.
And they would chew them together. And then there were those who were psychopaths who would take the tobacco and the chewing gum and add sunflower seeds. Oh, there are people. Oh, it was Harrison. And when I tell you how weird baseball players are, especially grown baseball players, yeah, it's a full thing. There are certain players who made it, and then the league, Major League Baseball, started to realize that the players were getting sick.
Yeah,
they were getting cancer in the lip and then the jaw, and then the kids who were mimicking the Major League players, and they said, okay, let's probably not do that. And then my buddy Tony Lilly used to tell me the story of when he got to the Broncos. It was the tail end of the Tom Jackson. They talk about Tom Jackson, the great linebacker, that he used to light up right there in the tunnel in uniform. And then there's the great iconic picture of Len Dawson at the very first Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sitting on the bench.
I've seen that one.
Smoking a cigarette.
And
if there was a bottle of beer nearby, I wouldn't have been surprised. Like in mid-game. It's like, what are we doing?
And that era was just different, though. There's very few. That's why it's always my favorite Jay Cutler stories, is he was just smoking cigarettes in the locker room. Like after games, people would tell him, can't do that. And he'd just be like, yeah.
But I mean, it was the thing of, when AD and the guys, when they talk about hot dogs being available in game, like that they're vendors. And I know in basketball, it's a whole thing, right? That the players tip the little runners, the people who do towels and all that stuff. The locker room assistants, they pay them, they tip them to bring them food during games if they're not playing. And so you'll see the players on the end of the bench. There's the iconic Russell Westbrook video of him sneaking a hot dog on the end of the bench.
That's right.
Right? Like it's a real thing.
Well, you see in the NFL, Marshawn Lynch was notorious for it. He'd always be munching on Skittles on the sideline.
Yeah, Kip says it has sent a text that we are not allowed to read online, but you are right. There are certain things that used to be in vending machines.
That I wouldn't trust getting that out of vending machine.
But you absolutely did. Oh, Harrison, listen.
Well, it depends how many drinks you had.
And they were oh, I can say it. They would have and there were these convenience stores. So if you were driving that road, you stopped to get gas, you would run into the convenience store. And in the convenience store, they had either in the bathroom, and bars tend to figure that out, that in the bathroom, you would have these little vitamins.
Good word.
These little packs of vitamins, performance pills.
There you go.
That they would have in these little containers in the bathroom. And then in the convenience store, they had these little packets which you could get that were for the road. So you're having a great night and you're on the way home, stop by the convenience store because you're going to get everything you need to finish the night off with the proper nightcap. And those are different times, bro.
Yeah, the trust in the gas stations like that. Maybe that's part of it too. That maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's still happening. I haven't seen it.
Ben, you're right. Ben says there were big ashtrays at the end of every aisle in the grocery store because people were smoking in the grocery store. So imagine picking your steak and there's somebody just puffing away and blowing smoke in your face. As a matter of fact, it took a bit of hospitality rule and boundary to get the staff from smoking cigarette while they rang up.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
While they rang, and to serve your food. So imagine waitresses in these little diners across the country, especially in the South. They'd walk up with a cigarette. Like, what do you need, sugar?
I wonder how much cigarette ash was being ingested in that era with people just smoking.
Well, but you had
everywhere.
the ashtrays in public.
Yeah, but I mean,
you had those like the big standing ones that you could just walk by and just stick your cigarette butt in. And then you also figured out pretty quickly that every homeless person in your city who smoked cigarettes but didn't have the money for them would go searching through those cigarette butts to see which one had enough for them to smoke off of?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hold on, this can't be true. Yippee-ki-yay says hospital waiting rooms.
Oh yes, 100%. 100%. Nothing was safe from this. The concept of smoking outside didn't happen until 90s.
How did that not cross people's minds seeing the yellowing ceiling?
You know, some of the wokeism that people tend to lean from.
Right.
That was a part of it. Was, well, what do you mean I can't smoke where I want? I'm an American. I can smoke wherever I want. And it partnered up. It's one of my favorite. It shows up online in memes and reels every now and then of the guy sitting in his car and he's got a 12-pack of beer.
I know exactly what video you're talking about.
He's got a 12-pack of beer. Yeah. And he's sitting there, and they've got a camera in his face and says, what do you think of the law that says you can't drink and drive? And he goes, I'm not sure I want to live in America. That you can't have a fella can't have a beer after work. Like, if I want to have a beer on the way home, I should be able to.
They're fully convinced.
We are special. We are special at being able to just miss. It took a long time. We were laughing about it earlier about the football mascots playing against the kids.
Mm-hmm. Like the NFL mascots?
Like the NFL mascots. Yeah. And it's a full tour. Like they travel from stadium to stadium. And they play against some local Little League team. And it borders on child abuse, quite frankly. Because you get these 30, 40-year-old men inside these mascot costumes. And they're just stiff arm. And they just give them the full Heisman to these 10-year-olds. And everybody's laughing along and they're going, no, that's probably not cool.
It's pretty funny, though. I think it depends how far they take it.
Oh,
There's
man.
a fine line there.
Oh, but they do. They're nowhere. I mean, no, they do not take it easy on these kids.
Sometimes I forget how fast time moves. Just like ludicrous to me to think of an era where you were smoking in hospital rooms.
Well, you when you go back and look at like NFL films from back in the day, in the fans, it's people were just smoking away. And
I don't know what's better, everyone being addicted to their phones or cigarettes.
Well, yeah.
We got forward or backwards.
I'll take the phones, bro. The phones. But it was also the part that there used to be time that if you went to a sporting event, you dressed up.
Yeah.
It was shirt and tie.
Yeah, the pictures show that.
It was shirt and tie.
Those old MLB game pictures, everyone's kitted up, looking nice and
shirt
sharp.
And tie. If you look at the very first Super Bowl, they're in the crowds. It's white shirt, tie, top hat. Like, it's a full-on thing that would happen. And I don't know what happened. And I'm not mad about that, but I'm certainly interested.
Now I'm curious. I'm gonna do a quick Google search.
Yeah, Crowbait, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, the goat weed. Railroad Matt says the Shakers love the smoking ban in Lincoln because it was out in the city limits and you could still smoke there. Yeah, I mean, there were spaces that you could do this, but public, I guess it depends on the type of business, right? Mailman says there's a baby picture of me with my dad holding me right after I was born with a cigarette in his mouth in the hospital room. Yeah, that's hilarious. That is Dad. Dad's a dude. Just look what I did.
It's crazy that, like, if that's just the normal, nobody bats an eye. But then you remove yourself enough from it, and then we can look at it now and say, well, there's a lot of problems
Advantage
with that.
Matters, bro. It matters. Time matters to separate from the thing that you're doing to figure out whether it's a good thing or not. Like, there are a lot of things. So I was on a panel, man, last week, and they were talking about some of those things, that what science does and what science corrects. And so there was a time in many cultures across the world where if you were left-handed, you were considered evil.
This is like the pagan
No, this was like, seriously, you were considered a witch or evil because, again, 90% of the people are right-handed. So you think normal, but left-handed, you would go to jail. You could be put in the crazy house for being left-handed.
I mean, I shouldn't be terribly surprised.
And I wish I was making that up, but
I wonder if I can find a story.
Oh, please look for it. Please look for it. Where for a very long period of human time, left-handers were considered evil and
European folklore and religious traditions long tied the left hand to the devil.
I kid you not, man.
Claiming the devil himself baptized his followers using the left hand.
Listen, man. I'm just telling you that.
What a scapegoat back in the day. You could just yell witchcraft.
If
anytime
you
don't
were
like
left-handed, they would separate you from the masses.
Yeah, you were.
You were not allowed to be amongst the normals. Jeremy says the Latin word for left-handed is sinister. I don't know if that's true or not, but Harrison, I guess you need to find out. All right, we've got plenty to talk about over the course of
I'm sorry.
See, this is why we're
left-handed or on the left side.
Now here's what's going to happen. I need for you all to identify the left-handers in your life.
So far, it's checking out. I got to keep
right. Like you now need to do a quick checklist in your head of every left-hander in your life, and you go, "Oh my goodness, you are." So more one-on-one when we come back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils. Hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974. $195 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10,000 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And new Sierra and Silverado trucks continue to roll in, and August is a great time to upgrade. Right now, get new GMC Sierras for under $50,000. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at koppelcars.com. Stock number G306367 with approved credit.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you like freedom and you like floors, ditch the box stores and shop Freedom Floor and find the best luxury vinyl, tile, hardwood, laminate, carpet, and experts at Freedom Flooring. Visit our showroom at 4815 South 14th Street in Lincoln. If you like freedom and you like floors, ditch the box stores and shop Freedom Flooring, a Shaw Floors dealer.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
You plan everything, the schedules, the meals, the activities. But at the Nebraska State Fair, you don't have to plan a thing. Baby animals, fair food, rides, free entertainment, and 11 days of memories your kids will never forget. You just have to show up. It all happens here at the Nebraska State Fair, August 28th through September 7th in Grand Island. Visit statefair.org.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With Gold Class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered. Whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com.
Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to One-on-One. We thank you for hanging out with us. Harrison, that final text deserves air.
Yeah, so to break it down, I'm learning a lot in history today. At one point in time, being left-handed apparently means that
you're the devil.
Witchcraft. Yeah, that
you're evil.
The devil blessed you, apparently. Yippee-ki-yay. Says, true story, I'm 48 and I started writing left-handed and my grandmother switched me to right-handed.
Baby, please. Please.
Imagine
and they would force you to do it.
Oh, I wonder how nerve-wracking that was for people at, like when their kid first starts writing.
So the belief was that I was born left-handed, but converted to right-handed early. My paternal father was left-handed, and they said that. And again, I didn't switch hit until I got to college, and I found out I was pretty proficient. I had a better swing left-handed, and my coach would always say, "You were probably left-handed, and just somebody forced you to throw right-handed." Like it's a real thing. So I'm supposed to be evil, but chose
the light.
I chose the light. I chose the light.
So if you're ambidextrous, what does that mean?
Right. Listen. That means you know both sides, which is true humanity.
So you're just in purgatory.
Knowing both sides. You have to know what you are to know what you are not. that is the thing. Crowbait says that some of my best memories are cruising country roads, listening to it, looking for deer tracks. My dad had beer and I had root beer. Dad, anyone coming? Me. Nope. Dad, throw this out. and which led to the iconic commercial of all commercials about littering. And there's the Native American standing by the road as folks drive by and throw trash on the road, and one single tear flows down his cheek. Listen, we're
weird, man.
This is forest fires.
Yeah.
How did we not know that forest fires are bad?
I mean, we should. I don't know.
Like we needed a cartoon bear to tell us.
A cute.
Don't start
cute
forest
bear.
fires.
Please don't.
Don't start forest fires. We think we're pretty smart. No, we had to do a lot of dumb stuff before we figured out what we shouldn't be doing.
I can't wait to find out what dumb stuff we're doing now.
Well, this is where. So my cousin is listening down in San Antonio and sends this to us. Here's all the things that you can that existed in the 70s that if you saw now, your mind would be blown. In the 70s, no one batted an eye at an 8-year-old me buying cigarettes for my mom at the pharmacy.
I've heard that one before. Yep. You'd send the kiddos to go buy your goodies.
He said, I had a 1-speed, 25-pound bike to get around town. Once home, I never used the kickstand. I just threw it over and it landed in the driveway and it laid there until the next day and no worries of anybody stealing it.
That's nice.
All of the bus drivers were juniors or seniors at high school. That was totally normal. You were being driven to school by a 16-year-old.
That sounds horrible.
that sounds crazy.
Like a big problem.
That is just crazy.
I'm imagining my brother drive when he first got a Chevy Impala, and his first instinct was, how fast can this thing go on the gravel?
Oh, my God. Here's having regular bomb drills throughout the day at elementary school.
That's right. You guys got to experience that.
Yes, we did.
So what'd that entail? Get under the desk?
Oh, bruh.
That's not going to save you.
Listen.
But I mean, it's worth the shot.
You keep thinking logic, mate, has anything to do with what was going on in the 70s. Apparently, you have not been listening. There's no logic in the 70s. There was none, I tell you. None.
In case of nuclear attack.
None.
Get under your desk.
Zero. The day would listen, that we would spin ourselves off these merry-go-rounds, these metal alien merry-go-rounds, go flying into the woods. It was pretty, yeah. It was not there. Wow. Back in the 70s, there were no computers, no printers, no cell phones. So if you were assigned homework in school, it involved research at the library, followed by a 3 to 15 page report that you wrote by hand.
We still are.
Which included cursive writing, which you learned in 2nd grade, which none of you are doing now.
They stopped. We learned. I was part of that era right before everyone had quick access to internet, so I still had to learn how to do cursive. We went to the library, learned how you find books using the library system, and then 3 years later, I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Sorry, that was a waste of time. We're not going to do that.
How did cursive writing hurt y'all? How did that? Explain that to me.
It didn't. I shout out to my science teacher. She was a nun. She demanded that we write in cursive even for our journals, and we did. So that's the only reason I still remember how to write cursive today.
Just bananas. Driving from Philly to Miami Beach in a Toyota Celica and only spending $17 in gas.
Well, now you're just rubbing it in. Because right now I think a full tank cost me $70.
To our earliest point, airplanes used to have ashtrays in the armrest. This is crazy. I'd often go to a friend's house on Friday or Saturday night, and we'd order a pizza and beer for delivery. You could order beer for delivery. When the delivery person arrived and asked for the adult who ordered the beer, the guy with the deepest voice would be upstairs with the shower running and just yell down, "Hey, go ahead and give it to the kid." Mom and them. Do you know who Mom and them is?
No.
Mom and them is your mom's best friend who had the same power and authority over you when you were under her roof. If your friend's father had to call your father about anything, you were in deep, deep trouble. It was common in the 70s to tan with baby oil mixed with iodine. Oh, no.
Iodine?
Oh, no.
That can't be good.
But he said, I preferred it another way. When I was a teen, my grandpa would work for the candy conglomerate Mars Corp, and he would bring home bags of cocoa butter, and I would grab a Ziploc bag full, and me and my friends would head to the pool by ourselves and would roast ourselves in cocoa butter. Oh, man. Says, if I was sick, the doctor would stop by my house on the way to the office. Can you imagine a house call now?
Oh, my Lord.
We got house calls. That was the doctor came to the house.
That'd be wonderful.
The doctor, you would just call the local doctor and he would come to your house.
Man, nowadays you got to go force your sick butt to go drive yourself to the clinic. That's better times. That one's great. The doctor house calls. I didn't even realize that was the thing.
That was really
That's a much better time.
But did you ever experience the mailman with the bottles of milk out front?
No, we never got the milk mailman.
Like you would leave the crate of the empty bottles on the front porch,
And then missed out
the
on
guy
that
would
era.
just show up. As long as you paid the bill, you got milk refill.
Maybe we had we had dairy cows. So I don't know if we ever fully needed the milkman, but I don't know if I was in that era.
Did you drink straight cow milk?
Yeah, I know that's the problem. There's a lot of risks there, but it wasn't often. It's actually the cream. We would have that.
Harris. The look on your face trying to defend that, like you.
Have you ever had it?
No, I haven't. There are a lot of things I haven't had.
Change your world.
I have not. There are a lot of things I've never had, and I'm cool with it.
Well, I mean,
I'm cool with it. Harrison,
it's not worth the risk, but it was good. It's good.
Harrison's. Y'all should be on the stream because Harrison's face when he tried to justify that. Oh, that's too much. He said, my dad smoked these small cigars called Dino Billy. They look like dark brown shriveled Chihuahua dog turds. Because I smoked in the closed area, blue smoke from these cigars. I remember these. My uncle smoked.
Blue smoke?
Oh, he was a Vietnam vet, and
well, he can do whatever he wants.
He could do whatever he needed to do to get through. Some of the stories from Vietnam from my uncle, I'm sure aged me long before I was supposed to be old.
I feel like that's a lot of the craziest stories I've heard are from Vietnam.
Okay, so here's one for those of you that had sisters. Because we didn't have blow dryers, didn't exist, my sister would turn the AC on, then run outside and blow dry her hair as the warm air blew out the back of the AC unit.
That's impressive, honestly. I think I just appreciate the creativity and dedication.
As I said, it was standard dress for flying. Women would wear heels and dresses, while men donned suits or at very least a sports coat.
Yeah, and apparently that was like 1960s. There was like a push for casualty, and like 60s through 80s took about a good 20 years on what I read.
Harrison, how do you clean chalkboard erasers?
Smack them? I don't know.
Every kid knows that you beat them together, but you had to take them outside.
Yeah.
And whoever chose to do it was the teacher's pet, teacher's favorite. You had to bang them together, but you had to take them outside. He said, for Halloween in 1971 in my 5th grade class, we would carve pumpkins in class with actual knives.
Yeah, it's not happening today. We're not getting a real knife.
Hey, everybody, here's the sharpest items we can find. Give 10-year-olds every weapon we can possibly imagine.
That's just crazy. And like the parents didn't bat an eye, I'm sure. Just knowing.
All of this is hilarious. In the 70s, it was perfectly normal and common to put things in layaway. Did you ever buy anything on layaway?
But I didn't know.
So layaway was you would pick your items that you would go to the store and pick so going back to school.
Yeah.
And then, listen, it was for poor people. But you pick the items that you wanted, and the store would put them away, and they tell you they ring up the ticket, and then you would make a down payment.
Okay, so you're just paying it off in parts?
Yeah.
Helpful. It's unique times, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There was no interest.
Yeah.
Layaway, well, there's no interest.
We need to bring that
back. And the stores
back.
figured out, if we charged you 3% on all this, we'd be rich.
Flash forward to 26. We charged you 20% on this.
We got you. We got you. All of the old heads who are listening, there's certain phone numbers that it remember. At this very moment, I'm not good. Like, I know the text line.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know Becky's number. I think I know Becky's number. I know mine. I think that's it. I still remember my mom's, our home phone number.
Yeah, that's one
for our landline, 703-685-0850. And I remember my grandmother's 979-8735. I don't know what I had for lunch today. I don't remember what I had for lunch today.
Did you ever have it where like your parents made you write it on a pillow as a kid?
No. Why would we write it on the pillow?
In case like an emergency.
If emergency happens, why would you have your pillow?
I don't know. Maybe I just thought I was crybaby. And it's like, maybe he needs a phone number. I guess I never thought about that.
Oh, I don't know.
Convenient place to have it? That's a good question.
Why would
there.
you do that? A couple of funny ones. It said at every high school had an outside smoking area.
High schools.
High school.
For the teachers?
Students.
Of course.
And those are the bad guys.
Did the elementary school have one too?
Those are the bad guys at high school.
Okay. So, but at least there was like those were the gritty guys.
So here's where you knew it was better times. Often riding in the car, shotgun, while my dad openly drank cans of Coors beer, no seatbelt, speeding down the highway, smoking, windows rolled down.
Better times, also more dangerous times, maybe.
I'm surprised a lot of us are still here, quite frankly.
Maybe that's I think the best made it through with that era. Like that's what it comes down to. That's insane. Shout out to all the people supporting me on my milk intake, though.
And then here's the thing: everybody had a landline, but if you couldn't get a hold of a friend because the phone line was busy, because this is before call waiting, you had one line.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, in a lot of small towns, you had shared lines, and you actually had an operator that you pick up your phone. The operator would pick up, and you tell them what number to dial, and they would dial the number for you.
So wait, you just had like the whole neighborhoods on this one line together that they share?
Just imagine, it's like Flo called Harrison Arns at this number.
So could the operator just...
And the operator would just plug it in, and half the time they'd still be listening.
I was going to say, the operator would just be listening.
The operator knew everything. Yeah, there were no...
That'd be a sick gig.
There were no community secrets,
on
bro.
the neighborhood.
Different times, more one-on-one when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and new Sierra and Silverado trucks continue to roll in, and August is a great time to upgrade. Right now, get new GMC Sierras for under $50,000. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at koppelcars.com. Stock number G306367 with approved credit.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return to work exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Some moments deserve more than ordinary jewelry. At Sartor Heyman, we've helped Lincoln celebrate life's biggest occasions for over 120 years. With quality craftsmanship, timeless gifts, and diamonds you can see from across the room. From our exclusive Heartland collection to custom design pieces, every detail is made with care by experienced jewelers you can trust. Whether you're celebrating love, family, milestones, Sartor Heyman has a gift for every occasion in life.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
You plan everything, the schedules, the meals, the activities. But at the Nebraska State Fair, you don't have to plan a thing. Baby animals, fair food, rides, free entertainment, and 11 days of memories your kids will never forget. You just have to show up. It all happens here at the Nebraska State Fair, August 28th through September 7th in Grand Island. Visit statefair.org.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
You better sing.
You don't want that, trust me.
You better sing. No, that is, listen. If there are black folks in the room and a group of white people are harmonizing, somebody inevitably is going to stand up in the back. You better sing. This is why you need to go to a black church.
Apparently so.
You just once and you're like, go to a black church. And go to a real, like, go to a black church where the choir's uniformed with the full robes.
Mm-hmm.
You need the robes and an actual drummer, a live drummer and keyboard player, because that's when the message really gets told. That's when you know the gospel. Kevin Meyer sends the text. He goes, Hey, do you remember the commercials about asking parents if they knew where their kids were at 10 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
And Harrison and I have been talking about this for months.
Yeah, no, I just pulled it up on YouTube because I know there's like a compilation of it. But it was bizarre. It was 10 p.m. Every news station, night show had a PSA.
Station.
Every station.
Somebody started it, and then every station at 10 o'clock.
All right, well, we'll play a little bit of it.
Yep.
It's what we're
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
That's not creepy at all.
Do you know where your children are?
Oh, that's Sydney.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yes.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
The world can be an unforgiving.
There's a lot to it, but
no, but
is every station.
No, but and literally across the country, 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
What was the reason for that? Was that like starting to come to people's mind of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have kids out?
Right, probably. You should probably know
Past
where your
10 p.m.
kids are. You should know. Yeah, you should.
You should do the PSA on this. I see a lot of 13-year-olds at midnight.
Bruh. You're in the streets.
Yeah.
Look, I mean,
with urbanization, I bet you that was a lot of it too.
I wasn't in a small town. I mean, Arlington, Virginia is not a small town.
Mm-hmm.
The community was a small community. But yeah, it wasn't uncommon for me to be at Barcroft Park at 10:30 on a Saturday night watching baseball, Little League baseball, because that's when the big boys are playing. So It started Saturday morning. The game started, and from C team, B team, A team, so 12-year-olds. Then the 13-year-olds played. Then the 14 and 15s played. And so in the families with multiple boys, the likelihood that you would start the day with your youngest and then finish watching the eldest play baseball, that was pretty likely. Same for football. So what was the first weight class for in your town?
Weight class?
Yeah.
What do you mean by weight class?
Okay. So our little league was based on weight classes. So football, the earliest you could play was 65 pounds.
Oh, I think ours was just age.
So 65 pounds, then 80 pounds, 90 pounds, 110 pounds, 130 pounds. And at 130 pounds, then you weighed out, and you had to play high school or junior high or middle school or whatever it was. So yeah, and you could be a year older than the weight class and still play. So if you were too small, so figure 65 pound is 7 through
like 9, 10.
9.
Yeah.
80 pound 9 through 11. So you could be at the top of that age and play a weight down if you were just small. If you were just too small to play with the big kids.
That makes sense.
But
I don't think we had enough
big kid, you had to play up. So if you were a big 11-year-old, so let's say you were 11, but you weighed 130, you had to play 130. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
You know.
I don't mind that. I just don't think we had enough people in our small town.
Yeah, no, Arlington County, yeah. We had 6 football teams and 20 Little League baseball teams.
Yeah.
20 baseball organizations. 6 football.
We had 1. Wow. All of Arlington.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. We'll throw a break. Second hour. 1-on-1. Don't go anywhere.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, It's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With Gold Class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered. Whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2% for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and new Sierra and Silverado trucks continue to roll in, and August is a great time to upgrade. Right now, get new GMC Sierras for under $50,000 or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at koppelcars.com, stock number G306367 with approved credit.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Boom! Get him! Get him! Hour number 2. Text line's been exceptional. We will include you in this hour as well. 402-464-5685. The Starter Heyman text line to be a part of what we're doing. Live video streams all over the place. Ticket app. Download it now. Find 93.7 The Ticket and download it. Follow on all of these social medias, as the old folks say. The social medias. Follow on all the social medias.
Yeah, you guys always put the S on the end.
The Twitters.
Yeah, it's just social media.
All the X's, all the Facebooks. All the Instagrams.
Hey, yeah, there you go. You're killing it. That's exactly what it is.
Do it. Follow us all. From the tech side, yeah. 65-pound and Pee Wee couldn't run the ball. We had opposite rules. You couldn't pass it. 65, you had to run the ball.
Why wouldn't you be able? Why not pass? I can see running, maybe.
No, they wanted you to learn the basics of the game, blocking tackle, running, blocking tackle.
Oh, okay.
Foundational football. The organization I played for, it was called the Black Knights. And the Black Knights were basically run. Okay, so Fort Myer was where we played. And so most of our coaches worked in Fort Myer at the military base. So
you better be locked in.
Oh, discipline, sir.
Coaches.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Was the correct answer. It was the correct response. Yes, sir. So they chose the Black Knights.
That's awesome.
They chose the Black Knights. So the uniforms look like Army.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it, I mean, you ran their offenses, you ran their defenses, you had their same codes.
Well, that was the same. That was when you had the friendly policeman. That was
yes. No. That was Fraternal Order Police. That's when I got older, and it was 1 year. That was the story. That I played Black Knights from time I was 65-pound until 9th grade, and I said I wasn't going to play that year. I was like, I was running track, so I was doing that. I was playing, little youth league baseball. It was the last year for youth league baseball. And I was just not going to play. And I was just with my friends. The season had started. Weigh-ins had already happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing ball, and a police officer pulls in my neighborhood. And when I tell you that a police officer pulling up in our neighborhood was not the norm, and it wasn't comfortable, and he just parked and sat across. The area is kind of a dead-end area, and we're playing football. And he gets out of the car, fully uniformed, him and his partner, and he walked up and he says, "Why aren't you playing football right now?" I said, "Well, I am." He goes, "No, organized football." And I kind of explained why, and he goes, "Well, listen, are you interested? Do you love playing football?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're out here playing football. We love it." And he goes, "Would you be interested in playing for me?" And I'm like, "Well, who are you?" And he's like, "I'm the head coach for the Fraternal Order Police, and I'm going to write my number down." He wrote his number down, asked for my mom's name so he could give her the number, and said, "Have your mom call me. I'll pick you up for practice every day. I'll drop you off. I'll give you dinner." And he did all those things.
That's awesome.
And my stepdad was a DC cop. He was an Arlington cop. Coach Barry Larrabee, we called him Bear because he was just a mountain of a dude. And he, all the lessons in the world that he told me to be me. He asked how I thought I could help the team most. And then he told me how he thought I could help the team most. And we came to an agreement.
That's a great just two-part question answer that a lot of coaches should do.
Yeah. Like
it's very simple.
Right. Like because he wanted me to play. I wanted to play running back, but he saw me playing because you're playing catch.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, no, you run routes and you have great hands. You should probably be outside. And for the first time, and that was the first time that I'd played for a team that actually threw the ball. Like none of the other teams I'd played for at that point, we ran the wishbone. So if it wasn't a tight end pop pass, and a go pattern, that was pretty much all you got. Well, no, we ran route combinations and we ran isolations, and at that level, I was out there by myself against some corner or safety, and God forbid I was murdering people. I want to tell you, in an 8-game season, I had 22 touchdown pass receptions. Oh, I was a problem.
How many games?
8 games.
Ain't good.
Shout out to Steve Cox. Steve Cox, rifle. Talk about military. Was a sniper in real life. Joined the Marines, but again, my starting quarterback was Barry Thompson. So I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to high school, I had to do. And Barry, player of the year kind of player. He was Michael Vick before Michael Vick. And then I had Steve Cox, who backed him up. And Steve Cox said, listen, he went to the coach several times and said, we're not using Derek the right way. He goes, I have video. And he literally brought in film of me in Little League to show the coach. And the coach is like, oh, we can do that. And the next week is when I had my breakout game because they actually threw me the ball deep, isolated out of thirds. My number 3 quarterback was Wayne McNamee, who's one of America's great photographer. He's the photographer at the White House. Like he's the guy. He captures every great political moment in America. That's Wayne McNamee. And the number 4 was Jim Daly, who was a leader at VMI. So
your circle's just stupid sometimes.
I had some dudes get me the ball. Let me just say. But yeah, it's that sort of thing that we didn't learn to run passing. I mean, I learned to catch the ball and run routes playing on the playground against older players.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get open. Like I didn't want to run into the guy that was 3 years older than me.
Took the Ricky C. Simmons approach.
Yeah, like let me.
I'm running fast because I don't want to get hit.
Yeah. Dave Dipple says this. My son played Pee Wee football and then middle school football in Kingwood. Oh, I know Kingwood. That's Houston. All the middle schools ran the same offense as the Kingwood High School did, prepping them for the next step up, which is the thing that upsets me most about Lincoln Public Schools, and that it hasn't been branded that way. So in Utah, everybody wore Utah Ute uniforms, just with their colors.
Yeah.
And everybody ran what Utah ran. So you ran what Urban Meyer or Kyle Whittingham was running at the University of Utah. From the time you were 8 years old to the time you got to high school, you ran those offenses. And it was exceptional.
Yeah, direct pipeline.
It was exceptional. And it bothers me that I don't see it here. And I don't know that they don't do it, but also just imagine Urban Meyer showing up at your practice and critiquing your offense, right? He knew what he was talking about, right?
Yes.
But he also understood the payoff for his program was that he was there. So much so that Shelly Meyer coached Little League in Salt Lake City for 6 years.
Shelly Meyer coach?
Shelly Meyer coached Little League for the Riverton Silverwolves because the daughters wanted to play. All the Meyer girls were athletes, but they wanted to play. But for her, what was the best way to understand this crazy, insane thing that your husband's part of? Go coach, like go put yourself out there. So it was a beautiful thing. Shelly Meyer got it done. Like I
can believe it.
It was legit along the way. Claytonia John said, in high school back in the 90s, we all ran the option like Nebraska, so it was a thing back then. Running the style of offense, but giving the verbiage so that the same words were used to identify the same things that were being done all the time. Matter of fact, play calls were designed the same. So quarterbacks got used to hearing it. Linemen got used to the same codes, same words, like you understood. Now, it would sometimes affect where you get into games and audible out, but quite frankly, you didn't audible out much because and just directionally you did calls every play, but whether they were fake calls or not was what you were trying to decipher.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever had the verbiage. One thing that Tom Osborne was good at, though, was his face was well known in every corner. Like you're pulling guys from Northeast, even all the way by Chadron State. If there was an athlete, he was aware.
Yeah.
And then even for the guys that they weren't sure, the walkout program was there for them to prove it. But he was well aware of all corners of Nebraska. And he was rarely, now it's possible to bat 100, but he was rarely missing. And that's where his strength was.
In some of it, so imagine again at 8, you don't get the full vocabulary, but you get the code words, the foundational words to what you run. Formation, whatever the codes that Utah was using for its codes. Now, what it also did was made game watching a little different because you were watching the Utah Utes when they were excelling, and you understood what you were watching. Like it made for a smarter fan base.
Yeah, it
made for a much smarter fan base. It made for a much more connected fan base, because when you went to a Utah Utes game, you saw all those jerseys, and that was the future. Those kids were all dreaming about playing for the Utes, and a lot of them did.
Well, yeah, you fit into the system well right out of high school. Like that's the other part. Is like we see great athletes all the time flounder out because they're in the wrong system.
Well, so everybody had. So imagine for Nebraska, everybody would have a red uniform,
right,
and a white uniform, or a red uniform and a black uniform, or a black and a white uniform. And so whenever you went to play, so Lincoln High School would wear the home whites, and the visiting team would wear the home reds, or the away reds.
Right. But you're all wearing the Utah colors.
Yep, it was always that thing. It was pretty cool.
It's a good way to build that loyalty.
It built a brand, and then you help connect. You could be proud of it. You were proud of the university school, so you understood what it was. So yeah, there's tons of thing in that space for it. And then again, as you developed along the way, you learned the weeding system was simple because again, at 65 pounds, you don't know what your ceiling is. Don't know if you're going to go up and be, end up at high school weighing 215 pounds or not. But you were skilled already. You had technique already. You knew the footwork drills. You knew the hand placement drills. You understood head placement, balance, core. You remembered all those things. So you could do it. And when that what would also happen, so one day Urban Meyer comes to your camp. The next day Kyle Whittingham comes to your practice, right? And you go to a place because it's one place where there's 6 teams. So if you're Kyle Whittingham and you go to Riverton or Lincoln East, you're getting everybody from Lincoln East that day. And Kyle Whittingham speaks to everybody, and you put stars in their eyes, and you go back to practice. And then the next week, here comes Morgan Scally, right? And then the next week it's Alex Smith. Right? It becomes simple, right, to do this thing, but this is why the stuff works, or why it should work. And it's a part of the thing. So
we do have Neil McGrath going back to the verbiage. Apparently, at one point in time, Norfolk High did use Nebraska's verbiage in the 80s. So I'm curious how many schools were doing that, but apparently what's happening in some schools. I don't know if Tom Osborne was showing up, but I wouldn't be terribly surprised if he made an appearance.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you give people a reason to be present, you're representing them and you're speaking to them. It's certainly much easier for Matt Rule to look at a Lincoln East quarterback who's run his system, or at least some portion of his system, and has tape in his system making decisions. Arm strength is a thing that you can see, but if you can see a high school quarterback in your system making decisions and then making the right decisions, it's much easier to recruit that player. It's much easier to look at a lineman from whatever part of the state he's from. If he's lining up in the same splits with the same hand, same width, same depth, right? You don't have to teach that, so no time wasted there.
Right.
First step, second step, where's his head? Where does his eyes go? Inside hand, strong hand, where's that going to go? Guide hand, you learn it's much easier to figure out how to fix bad blocking technique because it's a small adjustment to what the code says, where your head needs to be, where the midline is, jab to inside force away from the quarterback, outside guidance, back to the inside hand, not to the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But those are conversations that you need to have on a regular basis, right? To be able to say to a lineman, wait a minute, I see this. I see what this kid's doing. And if he's a 205-pound guard in high school, can I see him at 235 pounds or 255 pounds? And then you see the skill. Oh, well, the skill says I could do this. Receivers, watching timing, top of the route, break. How do they use their hands on the press? Are they good on press? Is this somebody that I can see on film, in motion, and then how quickly does he get up in field and settle his hips? All those are things that you can see more, and it makes you more recruitable and more coachable, right? But then those camps where everybody comes to the camp and everybody already knows, no matter what school you're at, you know what the target school wants from you. You already know, and you get to separate yourself accordingly. So it's the thing. And yeah, Big Bird, you're right. That requires consistency in coaching staff. But let me tell you, coaches that are involved in the community and get smarter players in their purview to recruit from tend to do better. If I've got mastery of the 500-mile radius, let's just say in the state of Nebraska, if everybody is running 4.25 defensively, and I need a fill at safety or nickelback, I have a resume of tape. I have profound evidence about who can fill that position. Or maybe I see somebody that's, hey, you're a Jay Foreman, you're playing safety in high school, but you've got the downhill game and the tackling skills to play outside linebacker. But I see it on film. I actually can go through and see the difference. So the consistency, again, Urban left and handed it over to Kyle, who stayed there for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? Why? Because he had a factory. He had an assembly line of local talent. He knew the younger brothers of everybody who played for him. All those Polynesian families where there were 3 brothers lined up, or all the Latter-day Saints families that had 3 boys lined up in the queue over the next 6 years. He knew who they were. He knew what the daddy looked like. He knew the mama. They knew the recruiting process. He
That
knew
used to be Nebraska.
No, it just, but I mean,
I'm driving me nuts. I'm just hearing about it, though. I can see why it works, though.
To understand, listen, you can go to BYU and look at the rosters from year to year and see the family connection.
Yeah.
The community connection, because they were all trained to be a part of this thing before they got there. And then when the opportunity happened, you're just beating yourself at that point. You don't control how tall you're going to be or how much you're going to weigh, but you can't control your technique and skill. You can't control you can actually learn offenses and know schemes. Well, isn't that the difference between the kid who plays and the kid who doesn't? That's literally the difference. Is that if you're playing at Omaha West and you are running systems and being trained with the same drills that they use at the University of Nebraska, do you have a better opportunity than the kids that's coming from Atlanta, Georgia, that plays in a different system and has so much more to learn about Nebraska, its history, its legacy, et cetera? Or do you have the advantage?
Of course, it's the local.
You have the advantage. So give the advantage, and then it makes it much easier for that coach to decide or to send his recruit or group coach or leader, right? I can send the defensive backs coach to a house I've already been to a high school I've already been to, to explain the thing that I've already explained to that family who have already been through the process themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Would I rather do that? Is there more return on investment to that? Or do I shoot my shot with the kid from Bradenton, Florida, because he runs a 10th faster in the 40 than the kid right down the street who knows everything about Nebraska football already?
Well, and the kid down the street probably has the want-to factor too that you don't have to question as much. It's always the local kid's gonna have.
Well, sometimes there's entitlement attached to that. Sometimes because your dad, your brother played there, you think you're entitled,
right?
And the work cuts off. But that's a small thing that a coach can figure out anyway. You don't know that the kid from California is not going to feel entitled because you went all the way to California to get him.
Yeah, and also usually great parents, strong word there, kids turn out well. If they're exceptional parents, not always the case, but it's a true statement that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
You having been in the room on either side, on the side that was recruiting or the side that was being recruited, often, and Jalen Reyes has had this conversation, Peter Cobell, all the coaches, Lance Harrell, that there are many athletes that they recruit who the parents are the deciding factor as to why you do not recruit that kid.
Oh, that's also true.
There you go. Oh, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing. And hey, some recent Nebraska football history says just because your dad's a star and you're a pretty good athlete doesn't mean you're the right guy for the job at the University of Nebraska.
I could see that. Listen, I remember my poor parents going to like the basketball preseason meetings with all the parents. And then my dad would have some complaints about some extra questions that maybe did not need to be asked.
Get your mama.
Yeah,
hey, son. Well, but here's the thing, and we'll go to break after this, but I'll tell you this, that a part of my success as a high school coach was I lived in a way that was easy to explain and show evidence that I knew what I was doing.
Mm.
And then as soon as they made the team or as soon as we had the tryouts, I would invite all the parents to my house. Come to my house, see how I'm living. See how I'm living. Okay, everything check out? Good? Now, I'm going to give you my resume and tell you what I've coached, and I can stand next to James Harden and Trevor Ariza and Bradley Beal, or in football, I can stand next to Darryl Green or Art Monk, and I can tell you that in that space. And if mom and dad, you still think you know more than I do about this game, I invite you, here's an open invitation, to come to every practice we have. No excuse needed. You're fully welcome to come in and come to practice. I do not have to hide what I do. But if you as a parent choose not to come to every practice, you do not get to question or complain. And they sign the agreement right away. You can come to practice every day and have full voice. But if you're not going to come to practice every day.
Was there a parent who signed it?
Most
practice?
did, but most got out of the way. And then the other side of it was at the back end of this, and by signing this, if you want to come to practice, I then have full permission to come to your house and question your parent. I'm going to sit on the couch. Hey, Stella, why are we this is not good. This is not good athlete food. We need a better dinner. We need a better dinner. Listen, he loves football. You need to feed him better so he has the fuel to play better football. And that generally removes most parents from the conversation.
I'd imagine it's pretty fair, though.
You don't get to question my coaching. I do not get to question your parenting.
Amen.
Them's a rule. More one-on-one when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
If you like freedom and you like floors, ditch the box stores and shop Freedom Floor and find the best luxury vinyl, tile, hardwood, laminate, carpet, and experts at Freedom Flooring. Visit our showroom at 4815 South 14th Street in Lincoln. If you like freedom and you like floors, ditch the box stores and shop Freedom Flooring, a Shaw Floors dealer.
Some moments deserve more than ordinary jewelry. At Sartor Heyman, we've helped Lincoln celebrate life's biggest occasions for over 120 years. With quality craftsmanship, timeless gifts, and diamonds you can see from across the room. From our exclusive Heartland collection to custom design pieces, every detail is made with care by experienced jewelers you can trust. Whether you're celebrating love, family, milestones, Sartor Heyman has a gift for every occasion in life.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2026 Kicks for Kids Nebraska Fun Run Walk, presented by Pinnacle Bank, on Saturday, August 22nd at James Arthur Vineyard. Enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools, with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
If the power is out, traffic lights may be too. If you come across a dark intersection, treat it like a 4-way stop. Find more outage safety tips at les.com/safety.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
From the text line, it says Wahoo basketball in the 80s and 90s when they won 114 games in a row, won 8 of 10 state Class B championships in basketball, had Wahoops. They taught the Waffle system of basketball from the time the kids were in grade school all the way until they got to high school. Yeah, that's really in Salt Lake City. Little League basketball is junior jazz.
Of course it is.
It's the junior jazz.
Utah does feel like a state that would be good at that, though. They're very community connected.
Junior jazz. Everybody had some version of the jazz uniforms home and away, or any variety, different colors.
Tough color schemes, but
right. And you got to play championship games in the Delta Center.
Cool.
You got to play playoff games in the Jazz practice facility. Yeah, there's some pretty. I mean, listen, the long game for athletics and coaching is the simplification of what can we control from the controllables. And if we do the majority of those things, and quite frankly, they would tell you, you win based on the percentage of things you've mastered, the important things that you've mastered. So if you've mastered 60% of technique or decision-making or schemes, that's going to be your win percentage. And I also understood that the percentage of buy-in to those rules, right? If we just do the thing, if we follow the rules of engagement. So if we're in baseball, if I say to you, know the strike zone, and we practice you learning the strike zone, if you only swing at strikes, I have a better chance of us winning baseball games. And as a pitcher, if I tell you 75% of the time, I want you to throw strikes. I want you in the strike zone. And then if you can master where in the strike zone, the higher percentage of that is, the higher percentage of games we're going to win. Right? Even if the other team was more talented, if they had harder throwers, if they had bigger players, all those things. But if I did the foundational things right, which is why when we watch Nebraska athletics, I tend to go to that because it's questions. The number of questions you have about it means that you haven't provided the answer or evidence of the answer. Like that's the real, like it's really that simple. Can you tackle? Are you good at open field tackle? Gap control. Are you good at it? To what degree have you mastered hand fighting in the A gap? Winning routes off the line of scrimmage, winning the top of the route, finishing in positive, right? Finishing dominant on the offensive side. By that, I mean that even as a wide receiver, I'm still not going to finish. You're not going to tackle me to my back, right? As a defender, I want to finish dominant. So I need to take you to the ground, and I want to finish on top in the dominant position. Because it means I was purposeful in everything I did from start to finish. And I finished on top. But those are things that require commitment and voicing on a regular basis. So it is pretty consistent along the way that no matter what the sport is, how you start and finish in it and how informed you are about it, if you know what you're doing. Somebody today was talking about the calm when you know what you're doing. One of the Husker assistant coaches talked about the calm when you know what you're doing. Calm comes from experience in each of those things, drilling each of those things, and then call and demand on each of those things, so much so that it's second nature. And I know, okay, if I'm lining up, forget about down and distance. Let's say it's 1st and 10. If I'm lining up outside, wide side of the field as a corner, what am I taking away and what am I allowing? The one thing that I'm not going to let you do is go to the house and bang your head on the goalpost.
Mhm.
So I'm going to take the vert away, first things first. I can delay everything else if I get hands on you right away. Now, the easiest way to get hands on is to only have to defend half of you or a third of you. If I can delay all of you, I've won. So when you see corners face up and they can get both hands on the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage, he's winning because no route is being run.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? There's no route being run.
Yeah.
I can say that you are a vertical threat. Then the question is, are you a greater vertical threat inside release or outside release? And it depends, wide side of the field, quarterback arm, safety help. Are we in cover? What are we in? So, but you have to know, hey, I can relax if I've got deep help. If I got a cap from a safety, I can be way more aggressive and physical in the line of scrimmage. So the things that I can take away. Any route, half the routes on the tree are inside leverage. And if I can say I'm going to take that away, I only have to defend half the routes and only the unders. But that IQ of knowing what I'm taking away and what I'm vulnerable to matters.
Let me ask you this. Jay answered it, and I'm curious what your thoughts on it too are. Austin posed the question. I think the text line actually brought it up. For a linebacker, what is a must-have for them to be a great linebacker?
Say it again.
For a linebacker, what is a must-have in order for them to become a great linebacker?
Tackle. Can you get guys to the ground? There are some Hall of Fame linebackers that were great cover guys, great pass pressure guys, great run stoppers. But every great Hall of Fame linebacker got people to the ground. That's where fumbles, and because it requires that you commit to doing 1 in the right place, 2 at the right speed, 3 at the right level, under control.
Yeah, there's just a lot on their shoulders. Like the linebacker's got a lot going on.
Listen, you've never met a great linebacker who couldn't tackle.
Yeah. That was why Brian Urlacher was my guy.
Well, but then that
Wasn't
also
missing
leads to that what athletes make the best tacklers or wrestlers.
Yeah. They know where the torque comes from.
So if I find a wrestler who loves to play football, I'm going to have a pretty good linebacker. And then depending on size, speed, IQ, all those other things, and then my system will tell me where I put him in my defense to allow him to make the most tackles. But I don't care how many tackle opportunities you get. I need a high ratio of return that when you're the playmaker to get the play to the ground, that you get the play to the ground. That's an iconic thing. People say that linebacker. I love the mind of a linebacker and your ability to do calculus on the run.
Yeah.
Right? Doing that sort of geometry on the run, the mental gymnastics of, okay, where am I at risk? Where am I at risk? Where is the most likely attack going to come from? And can I get there and stop it? I'm the stopgap. I'm the bouncer. I'm the bully.
Yeah, the leader. You
Right,
got to communicate it to your guys.
I'm
You
the
got to
bully.
know what everyone's jobs are.
Well,
It's a lot.
listen, I'm going to make a great linebacker can make a defensive lineman better and make a cornerback better. A great linebacker can make a great running back basic.
Yeah. That's why we had Crick, Sue, Levante David.
Well, think
Those
of,
three is the trio.
I would think the best linebacking core in NFL in football history, in my mind, and there are people that would argue that some would say the Saints in that group of Ricky Jackson and Sam Mills, and like they had some absolute dogs. Some would say some would say the Rams and the group that they had. Some would say Cowboys, but I would say it's the steel curtain linebackers with Pittsburgh Steelers. Because with Jack Ham, Andy Russell, Lambert, you know what they all did well?
Tackle.
Listen, and people think Jack Lambert was 218 pounds. You'd think that dude was like 260.
Yeah.
218 pounds. One hell of a wrestler. Andy Russell, one hell of a wrestler.
Checks out.
Like Jack Ham, and they went and got Iron City dudes. You went and got 2 dudes from Penn State and said, hey, man, one thing we know about Penn State linebackers, they know how to tackle. Just ask the Matt Millans and the Shane Conn. Like, ask those guys who stood in the middle of the field for Joe Paterno. It was his rule. You better get people to the ground. So great linebackers. There are tertiary things that you want to add to the linebacker tool belt.
Mm-hmm.
But at the top of the list is, can you get people to the ground? Texas says New York Giants. And here's my thing. I love that Giants group, but Gary Reasons is not in the conversation when it comes to elite Hall of Fame linebackers. He's a great linebacker. He wasn't on Carson's level, and Carson wasn't on LT's.
I think that's fair.
Like, I think the Bears under the 48 with Wilbur Marshall and Mike Singletary and who's the other just absolute missile that played for them. The Bears linebackers had some dudes. But what they did is they had 2 safeties that, quite frankly, were the best tacklers in football. Gary Fensick, listen, he just got people to the ground. He got dudes to the ground. So great linebackers at that level. And listen, I'm a Washington dude. LT's the greatest defensive football player to ever live. LT's the greatest defensive football player. We still haven't found a duplicate for him. 50 years later. We didn't have one before him, and we haven't had one since. And think about that. We haven't had another LT.
No.
Not Derek Thomas, we can go through the full range of super athletic, missile-seeking linebackers. We have one LT.
How high is Luke Kuechly on your list?
He's not in that group. He's not. I don't know that I take Kuechly over Carson.
I'd look at his numbers.
Well,
he didn't play a incredibly long time.
Here's the problem. Middle linebacker is one of those positions. It's like ranking quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Middle linebacker, first of all, the greatest middle linebacker of all time, the icon, the North Star of middle linebackers. And depending on what part of the country you're from, you could say it's Dick Butkus, right?
Yeah.
Like, there are people who would mention, Urlacher over Singletary. No. Or Butkus. No. Dick Butkus was an absolute one.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute one. Great pass coverage. Had a ton of interceptions.
He did it all.
Right? Ton of interceptions. Kicked field goal, extra points, and could punt the ball.
Mm-hmm. Was the epitome of a leader.
Yeah. Ray Lewis. But here's the thing. That middle backer group, one, go back to Sam Huff. Go back to Ray Nitschke of the Packers. Go back. Understand the linebacker play didn't start. Ray Lewis would tell you, I don't want nothing to do with Butkus and Nitschke. Them dudes will bite your ear off. They would bite your ear off. One of the great linebackers that nobody talks about, Chuck Bednarik of the Philadelphia Eagles.
What era did he play?
Oh, he was in the great era of 50s and 60s. As a matter of fact, one of the iconic pictures is Frank Gifford getting his head taken off by Chuck Bednarik in a championship game. They thought he killed him. They thought he killed him. And it's just Bednarik standing over top of him like, yeah, he's dead. It's a great picture. It's a great picture. You can find it anywhere.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, we'll talk about more. More one-on-one. We'll be right back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
If the power is out, traffic lights may be too. If you come across a dark intersection, treat it like a four-way stop. Find more outage safety tips at les.com/safety.
The Friends with Midwest Elite Family Medicine in Lincoln thank our first responders, doctors, nurses, and the healthcare professionals who put their lives in harm's way for our protection. Blood donation centers need people to donate blood. Be a silent hero and donate blood today. It will help accident victims, surgery patients, sick children, and members of our military. This message is from Midwest Elite Family Medicine in Lincoln, accepting and welcoming all new patients. Call today at 402-904-8578.
I'm Andy Jackson. And I'm Bergen Riley. Here in the Midwest, we know that trust, grit, and heart really matter. On the court and in life, great teams always have each other's backs. Having a partner who's there to set you up for success is everything. And a teammate you can count on makes anything possible. That's why families and businesses in the Midwest choose Insight Partners. Because just like us, they know we are better together.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
The Friends with Capital City Mortgage here in Lincoln remind you that the need for blood continues daily. Unfortunately, our blood banks are extremely low. Our community and our country depend on life-saving donors like you. You are eligible to donate every 56 days, and with each donation, you save up to 3 lives. Please go online and schedule an appointment to donate blood today. Thanks to Capital City Mortgage here in Lincoln for making this message possible. They are a shining example of why America is a strong nation.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their big fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of that at the Smokehouse at Super Saver in Russ's Market. Award-winning, old-world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors and smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse has something special for every season. Brats and sausage for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, and smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Saver in Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor.
Back to one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh, they have. So we're asked, Neil says Ray Lewis, he's got to be up there. Oh, yeah, he's up there. But, again, if there's a Mount Rushmore of middle linebackers, he's up there. But there's some middle linebackers. I mean, again, depending on your era and what you think middle linebackers are, middle linebackers were the stop sign. Ray Lewis is a great tackler, great wrestler too. State champion wrestler. So it checks all the boxes. But Waterboy, there's several people on here that have said it, and again, so outside perspective, I'm an outsider because I watched it differently. I don't have the bias that is Nebraska. As a matter of fact, I had two players who were 5-star recruits at linebacker who didn't know who Levante David was and didn't know he played at Nebraska. These are 18-year-olds who don't know who Levante David are. But that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. From our vacuum, the thing that is put in the vacuum enough and occupies the vacuum, people assume that that's the way the outside world looks at that vacuum. And it's like, no, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. If I said that in my history, who would I pick at linebackers? I'll say this as simple as I can say it. I don't know that many people who affected more football games more than Ted Hendricks. But the Matt Stork isn't a part of a lot of great linebacker conversations. He absolutely shut down passing games, and you had to run to the opposite side of the field. Right? So it's the thing.
Also had 25 blocked field goals and PATs.
Yeah, I mean, but this is the thing. If you only talk about what other people talk about in your space, you only know what you know. You have no idea what you don't know. Big Bang Hank, we'll get to it. He says, speaking of jerseys, the Bills' new alternative jersey is straight garbage. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. You're gray.
Yeah, they look like a Pepsi can.
What would Nebraska's reaction be if they said that Nebraska was wearing gray with scarlet numbers this year?
You saw the reaction to the alternate or the new uniforms? Take that times 9,000. It'd be a disaster.
Would you? Are you a scarlet jersey, scarlet pants guy?
For me, as long as we're keeping it close, I don't like getting alternate colors. If you want to go red on red, white on white, I'm all for it.
You don't like black on black?
The black on black's fine once a year. The black shirts, we're not stealing anything that's not ours. So I'm okay with doing the black shirt thing once a year.
One final thing. Why aren't there red shirts?
Why aren't there red shirts?
Yeah. They're black shirts.
Yeah.
Nobody would identify as red shirts? You don't have anybody.
I don't want to listen. I don't want to start handing out more uniforms.
No, just make it more meaningful.
I mean, we did that with the black shirts. I don't know if it's paid off.
The red shirts.
I don't hate the idea.
It paid off then. It's lost its sting because the football hasn't been football.
Exactly.
So,
if we go back to like a scoring explosion, I'm all for the red shirts. But let me see it.
Yep. I mean that's everything we're doing. So, guess what? We're going another hour.
Yeah, we are.
One-on-one. We're going another hour, and we have lots to talk about. Lots of things to cover. I'm going to start with this. The conversation about Hall of Fame and who belongs. We're about to have it.
Oh, no.
Buckle up. Buckle up. Get your grown-up undergarments on. We're going to talk Hall of Fame, who belongs and who doesn't. We'll be right back.
In your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at bmech.net.
If you like freedom and you like floors, ditch the box stores and shop Freedom Floor and find the best luxury vinyl, tile, hardwood, laminate, carpet, and experts at Freedom Flooring. Visit our showroom at 4815 South 14th Street in Lincoln. If you like freedom and you like floors, ditch the box stores and shop Freedom Flooring, a Shaw Floors dealer.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com. Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
I'm Andy Jackson. And I'm Bergen Riley. Here in the Midwest, we know that trust, grit, and heart really matter. On the court and in life, great teams always have each other's backs. Having a partner who's there to set you up for success is everything. And a teammate you can count on makes anything possible. That's why families and businesses in the Midwest choose Insight Partners. Because just like us, they know we are better together.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Coppel Chevrolet GMC, and new Sierra and Silverado trucks continue to roll in, and August is a great time to upgrade. Right now, get new GMC Sierras for under $50,000. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at koppelcars.com. Stock number G306367 with approved credit.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
The Friends with Capital City Mortgage here in Lincoln remind you that the need for blood continues daily. Unfortunately, our blood banks are extremely low. Our community and our country depend on life-saving donors like you. You are eligible to donate every 56 days, and with each donation, you save up to 3 lives. Please go online and schedule an appointment to donate blood today. Thanks to Capital City Mortgage here in Lincoln for making this message possible. They are a shining example of why America is a strong nation. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
If the power is out, traffic lights may be too. If you come across a dark intersection, treat it like a 4-way stop. Find more outage safety tips at les.com/safety.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Strap up your headgear and try not to hit the mat too hard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Boom!
Hour 3 for 3.
3 hours of one-on-one. We got you. We like you that much to hang out. 424-645-685. Hanging out with you, greatly appreciated through everything that you're doing, spending time with us. Wonderfully done, greatly appreciated.
Apologies for the rug pull on the wrestling, but we'll have those guys back next week.
Yeah, it's in full schedules, and of course, as students come back, camp time certainly plays into it. And again, they're running camps right now, making some money. So we're proud of them and rooting for them along the way. Okay. Here's what I'm going to ask of you, the listener, and Harrison Orange as well, kind sir. We did have a question from Noah. We'll get to it. We'll get to it along the way. But if we said by position, Harrison Orange will set the table with the discussion about Eli Manning being in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I'm not.
Because you have to belong, but then the cheat code is in order for him to belong, you have to remove somebody.
Yeah, I'm looking at the QBs right now.
So we're talking about the standard of Steve Young, Bob Waterfield. Of course, you're not.
There's 26 dudes in
Kurt
there.
Warner, Norm Van Brocklin, Johnny Unitas, Y.A. Tittle, Fran Tarkenton, Roger Staubach, Bart Starr, Ken Staple, Joe Namath, Warren Moon, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning, Bobby Lane, Jim Kelly, Sonny Jurgensen, Bob Greasy, Otto Graham, Dan Fouts, Brett Favre, John Elway, Lynn Dawson, Terry Bradshaw, George Blanda, and Troy Aikman. And not to mention the GOAT, slinging Sam Ball. The GOAT, I tell you. Stop that.
I can't take
Show me where Tom Brady led the league in interceptions. That's right. I will have none of that. In that conversation, there's anybody that falls in, right?
I mean, selfishly, Brett Favre, but you can't put. I don't know if you can kick Favre out.
You can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
There's not a player on that. I don't feel comfortable kicking any of those guys out. No, you could go point the guys
list
from the 50s, say yada yada, but I don't.
No,
they built the game.
We're not doing that.
Exactly.
We're not kicking the old heads out. And again, as you expand it, because at some point it expands to the point of bursting, but there's a natural growth.
Do you think he should just not take? You don't have to trade anybody out, but you put him in.
I had this discussion. There's a name I'm going to give you, and okay, so pull up Eli Manning stats,
okay,
right, and we'll have this discussion. And I'll give you a point of conversation because this is the conversation I was having with my buddies back east. That there are several quarterbacks who and folks have had the argument that Eli Manning belongs in. Now, type in the name. Ready for this? Ken Anderson, Cincinnati Bengals.
Nice mustache.
Stash. Great stash.
Got the full stash going.
Great stash. Tell me about the numbers.
Okay. Well, who do you want to start with, Anderson or Manning? Himself here.
Manning.
Okay, Manning, 16 years in the NFL. His completion percentage through his entire career was 61%. He would finish with 366 total career touchdowns, 244 career interceptions, and total yards, 2,870.
Go to...
Or excuse me, 57,000. I was 2,870 rushing, 57,000 total through the air.
Go to Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson, 16 years. So if I get the right, just a 1 year. They both had 16 years on the dot. So this actually works out for our math.
Mm-hmm.
So his completion percentage was a couple points behind, 59%. He would throw for, again, different era, 32,000, round up 33,000 total yards. He would wrap up with a total of 197 touchdowns.
How many more games?
Well, at that point, 71. They were playing 15 games, right?
No.
How many in 71? The average games played? He was playing just about 13, 15 games. Towards the end of his career, I don't know if he was hurt, but he played 9, 13, 11, 3 games, 8 games.
Right.
But early on, he was playing anywhere between 11, 15 was the most he ever played in 1 year.
Right. So they're not playing. And that was the year that they lost to the Chargers.
And Manning, to his credit, incredibly healthy, played 16 of 16 games just about every year.
But he played 16 games every year.
Yes.
So
except for the last year he played.
The numbers and difference in the year. So I'm just not sure whether either of them are Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Fair?
I think that's fair.
And Eli did not have the best playoff run of all time because they're quarterbacks that didn't lose all season. I mean, who had a better playoff run than Terry Bradshaw? Who had a better playoff run than Joe Montana? No.
Even if you want to say Brady, you can't because his teams had great moments, and to Brady's credit, he would show up.
4,000-yard seasons, again, in the eras that you're talking about, 4,000 yards didn't mean much.
Mm-hmm.
He also did it in extended seasons. We're not talking about 12-game seasons.
Yeah, when Anderson, when he was healthy for everyone, he was throwing 3,000 plus.
How many years was Eli Manning the best quarterback in the NFL?
Few.
No, he wasn't. There's not one. There's not 1 year that Eli Manning was better than his brother. Not one. How many years was he better than Brady?
0.
Stop. Like, I understand. You can like the guy and you could be a Giants fan, but no.
Okay. I thought you were going off the year he
No,
won it.
he wasn't.
The best since he won.
Did he get a league MVP?
Did he get it for that year? No.
No.
Trying, Manning.
Doggone it.
I'm trying.
Like, I understand it. So then if we want to have that type of discussion about another player and their Hall of Fame worthiness, and again, I'm not saying anybody is or isn't.
Right.
Not for me. There are 31 linebackers in in Canton. 31. Some will age out because of their contribution to the game. So there are folks that you have to be a true student of the game to identify certain players on this list. Ed Sprinkle being one of those players. Joe Schmidt from the Detroit Lions. Again, that's a full-on. And Les Richter, you have to leave alone Nitschke in the 58s, who's iconic in how badass he was.
How about George Connor? He played defensive tackle, offensive tackle, and linebacker.
Full-on dude, right? Full-on dude. Sam Huff, who they, again, they mic'd up and made a documentary out in season. Bill George, who deserves all of the accolades, and then the late great Nick Buoniconti, who again captained that undefeated Dolphins team from the middle of the undersized, disrespected Nick Buoniconti. There's literally no metric for Nick Buoniconti being in the Football Hall of Fame. But there are some folks: Chud Bednarik, Bobby Bell, who was a stand-up linebacker and stand-up defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Some would consider him more defensive end, but I would call him a linebacker. Robert Brazil, who played for the Houston Oilers. He's the leader of their NFL alumni chapter down there. And Robert Brazil was a nuisance. He was, as I said, the holy terror that they talk about Terrell Farley. That was him. Derek Brooks, some would say, best linebacker in Bucs history. Dick Butkus, who's the icon North Star, Harry Carson, Chris Dolman, who I would line up Dolman as a defensive end. Kevin Green, and linebacker who did it in several cities. Jack Ham, Chris Hamburger, the Hangman for the Washington Redskins. And a streak. And you want to talk about some numbers, and you talk about an under discussed great Hall of Famer. Let me talk about Chris Hamburger. Let's talk about 55. That's a full-on dude. Ricky Jackson of the Saints in that era. Jack Lambert, Willie Lanier, underrated. Ray Nitschke, Dave Robinson of the Packers, who was the hold down for them. Of course, Junior Seau with the San Diego Chargers and the Patriots, Mike Singletary. Lawrence Taylor, the GOAT, Derek Thomas, Andre Tippett, Brian Urlacher, Dave Wilcox for the 49ers in that era. Does Lavonte David belong in that group?
No, I can't say he honestly does. Lavonte David, he is a phenomenal player, and the longevity, and I was saying it off. Longevity is what makes him great, but when we're talking about that top 5%, that top one, well, Hall of Fame, we're talking 1%.
I'm going to pause you for a second. Do you need to send one of the guys out here?
No, it's cool. They took off.
Okay.
Yeah, but for a while there,
Yeah.
you know, that time of year.
Yeah, it is warm weather, right?
But everything I was saying with Lavonte David, he is a Husker legend and always will be. We have to talk about the top 1%, even less than 1%. We're talking about 31 linebackers.
That's it.
You can't put them in there.
That's it. And then each, if you went to just the Hall of Fames for each team, there's some dudes. And I'm not sure there's I think Lavonte and Derek Brooks being in the discussion. So
I think he definitely
in the discussion.
Yeah, because and I think when you're doing just team, and then I think that how long you've been there actually does start to matter quite a bit, because he was with the Buccaneers the entire time.
Well, but you also understand Chris Hamburger played for 14 years. That was the standard.
Mm-hmm.
We understand. Ted Hendricks, 15 years. Sam Huff, 15 years. Jack Lambert was the shortest of the bunch for 11 years. Willie Lanier played his 11 years. Ray Lewis played his 16 years, 17 years along the way. Ray Nitschke with his 15 years. So,
and I'm with Ben here. He chimes in. He says, unfortunately, I think Lavonte David just belongs in the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah, and
which is a phenomenal place to be still. Like, again, I don't want to, I'm not discrediting anything he did.
We're not crapping on it.
No.
We're just simply saying that when you have these discussions, the next Hall of Fame class at the forefront of that list is Robert. Let me say this. If we said Dave Casper, Mike Ditka, Tony Gonzalez, John Mackey, Ozzie Newsome, Charlie Sanders, Shannon Sharp, Jackie Smith, Kellen Winslow, Now, I'm going to give you a name that belongs in this room, that shame on them for not having this guy in there, because his numbers, if you take his career numbers for that run and put them in the middle of these 9 players, his numbers sit in the top third. His name is Jerry Smith, who played for the Washington Redskins. Changed the position, fully undersized. When you say a 205-pound tight end. But if you take the tight end numbers all time, especially from the time he retired, his numbers were better at the time. I want to say Mike Ditka was in, John Mackey was in, Charlie Sanders was in, Jackie Smith was in. His numbers was in the middle of those 5. I want to say 50 some odd, maybe 60 tight ends at the tight end position in the 60s and 70s. Crazy talk. Crazy numbers.
Early on, he was putting up almost 1,000-yard season. In 67, he put up 849 receiving yards.
In 67, and here's the thing. He was on the same receiving group with the guys who, when they retired from football, were 1 and 2 in all-time catches, Bobby Mitchell and Charlie Taylor. He was the third weapon, bruh. And then quickly transitioned to the fourth when they picked up Roy Jefferson from the Steelers and Colts.
This guy's a monster.
This dude was a monster.
Healthy too. Played just about every single game outside of 2 years.
And you know why why crackback blocks aren't allowed?
This guy?
Jerry Smith. Jerry Smith was a villain.
Really?
Absolute villain at the crackback block.
It's an art form.
Violent, man. Violent. Played at Arizona State, played for Sonny Jurgensen and the Redskins, played for Vince Lombardi, who called him the best tight end in football. But he's just not talked about. So Gronkowski will be the guy that goes in next year's class.
Which no arguments there.
That he belongs in this thing. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure that he's not the GOAT. Although I will argue that if Kellen Winslow had played in the Gronk era, he would put up better numbers.
Yeah, he might. The thing about Gronk,
he'd put up better numbers.
Blended eras. Still, he proved that.
And John Mackey was the most unstoppable force to ever play at tight end. John Mackey was those poor safeties and linebackers that had to face John Mackey back in the 60s and 70s. It just wasn't fair. He was just too good.
Mm-hmm.
So in that space, there just aren't that many. They're just, again, when you talk Hall of Fame, some of the Hall of Fame talk was about Torrey Holt. And I love Torrey Holt. But the group at wide receiver is a group. Now, mind you, I think Holt belongs in. I think Gary Clark belongs in for the Redskins. Gary Clark, when he left, had 699 catches. And the number was 700. Like that was the magic number that for that era you should have got in. But there's one receiver in that era who played in more meaningful games and made more meaningful catches than Gary Clark. That's it. There's one. And it's Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Like that's the part. That he played with Art Monk, who, again, all-decade wide receiver, retired as the top pass catcher, first 100-yard reception year, retired as having more passes caught than anybody in history. Gary Clark belongs in. Torrey Holt belongs in. They may get in later. Unfortunately, they may get in later.
Would you like it if they were just allowed more people to get in every year?
Well,
it doesn't mean you have to bring in that many people every year, but the option to.
It's just obligatory. It's like there's some like the obligatory thing versus the arbitrary.
Yeah.
Tell me, do you deserve to be in there? Do you deserve to be in there? I'll line you up and say, show me a better pass blocking wide receiver in that era than Gary Clark, and it's a short conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But long game, possession game, playoffs, Super Bowl, Gary Clark was always there.
Well, the problem is, like, if you miss them the first, second, third go around, then they start to get lost in the shuffle. And that's kind of where we run into the Chuck Foreman conversation of,
there's
did you
no
forget what he
reason
did?
for Chuck Foreman not to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, but like,
There's no listen.
Are people just gotten that far removed?
Yes, too many people listen to me.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
So
just gotta allow more
here's
people.
the space that we're talking about. And no metric should, and I love Thurman Thomas, and maybe this would be the guy to ask Jay about
Okay.
if we were going to do metric.
Uh-huh.
But compare Thurman Thomas to Chuck Foreman. And as somebody who watched them both, Chuck Foreman deserved to be in before Thurman Thomas. If you're talking about Minnesota Vikings getting to the Super Bowl 4 times and not winning it, we talked that about Buffalo.
Yeah.
Every talent, every skill set, great pass receiver out of the backfield. Again, in that conversation of Gale Sayers, good catching the ball out of the backfield. Right? Roger Craig, good. As good as Roger Craig was good coming out of the backfield, dare say that Chuck Foreman was better. Roger Craig, the 90 catches out of the backfield year that he had, but what Chuck Foreman did when he did it would equal 100 yards, 100 catches. That's how good Chuck Foreman was.
Yeah, I mean, like, the difference between those is, like, Thurman's a phenomenal player. He had more on the ground consistently, but the receiving game is where he gets thwarted by Chuck Foreman.
There's no way you could tell me that Floyd Little was better than Chuck Foreman.
No.
There's no way you could tell me that Leroy Kelly was better than Chuck Foreman. And that's in that era. That's in that era. Tell me that that's what it was. No, I'm not buying it. Everybody else, listen, I love Larry Zonka and his career. I'm just not sure it was a better career than Chuck Foreman.
I know he's a foundational player. He changed the game. That's where I always kind of run into it. And it's not just he changed it in a way that he's putting up the numbers.
That is Texter. That is a great pick. Tommy Nobis, who played for the Falcons, was in that niche of Butkus, Nitschke linebackers. As a matter of fact, I had a Tommy Nobis Mitchell and Ness jersey with the old Falcon, the long numbers, and the Atlanta Falcons black uniforms. Ooh. Yeah, I had that Tommy Nova 60. Yep. My fingertips just tingled just thinking about it. There's certain players who are just great players that we don't talk about enough because they were the Hall of Good.
That Pro Football Reference doesn't even know what to do. On a quick note with Novus, because again, MLB tied. It just has his years with Atlanta and for his position. Oh no, they do have it right. Okay.
Yeah, Tommy
but they
Nobis,
have some of the numbers screwy in there.
Nobis was, I mean, again,
He played, that meant a lot.
Falcons and Major League Baseball first base. That's but and there are a ton of guys that would fall. I mean, Dave Winfield falls in that category that even got drafted even after he had picked another sport. They're just guys.
Generational athletes.
There's the Hall of Great. We could spend time putting together a Hall of Great. And I'll just look at the teams and tell you players from back then that were Hall of Great that we don't talk about enough. More of that on one-on-one.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974. $195 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10,000 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees expert. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2026 Kicks for Kids Nebraska Fun Run Walk, presented by Pinnacle Bank, on Saturday, August 22nd at James Arthur Vineyard. Enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools, with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and new Sierra and Silverado trucks continue to roll in, and August is a great time to upgrade. Right now, get new GMC Sierras for under $50,000 or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at koppelcars.com. Stock number G306367 with approved credit.
Hey, Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
The Friends with Vivid Sign Company here in Lincoln would like to take this time out to thank our first responders, doctors, nurses, and the healthcare professionals who put their lives in harm's way for our protection. Blood donation centers need people to donate blood. Be a silent hero and donate blood today. It will help accident victims, surgery patients, sick children, and members of our military. This message is from Vivid Sign Company here in Lincoln. Let's stay united and keep America safe and strong.
The Friends with Midwest Elite Family Medicine in Lincoln thank our first responders, doctors, nurses, and the healthcare professionals who put their lives in harm's way for our protection. Blood donation centers need people to donate blood. Be a silent hero and donate blood today. It will help accident victims, surgery patients, sick children, and members of our military. This message is from Midwest Elite Family Medicine in Lincoln, accepting and welcoming all new patients. Call today at 402-904-8578.
The Friends with Capital City Mortgage here in Lincoln remind you that the need for blood continues daily. Unfortunately, our blood banks are extremely low. Our community and our country depend on life-saving donors like you. You are eligible to donate every 56 days, and with each donation, you save up to 3 lives. Please go online and schedule an appointment to donate blood today. Thanks to Capital City Mortgage here in Lincoln for making this message possible. They are a shining example of why America is a strong nation.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Hall of Great is often identified by the individual team's Hall of Honors. Great players within those organizations, the best of the best, who do not make it into the Hall of Fame. Pro Football's Hall of Fame, or the Football Hall of Fame. Well, wait, no, Canton is the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And there are players who did. So the Washington Redskins had a ceremony where they named the 70 greatest Redskins. And there are some dudes up there who didn't get it, who aren't in the Hall of Fame, but they're in the Washington Hall of Honors. Gary Clark being among those, Joe Theismann being among those guys that win MVPs. Mark Mosley won the MVP as a kicker, not one of the 4 kickers who are in the NFL Hall of Fame. Weird. But anyway, so the first team that was pulled up was the Detroit Lions. And case in point, if I said to you Chris Spielman, multi-time Hall of Fame, Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Right? For the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Career, longevity, not in the Hall of Fame. Herman Moore, who had some numbers in the NFL at wide receiver, not in the NFL Hall of Fame. Doesn't mean he's not a great player.
All very good.
Lomas Brown, who set again, if you tell me that Barry Sanders is one of the 3 best runners of NFL history, tell me who he ran behind. The name is Lomas Brown. He's not in the Hall of Fame. I still say that about if John Riggins is in the Hall of Fame, Joe Jacoby should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, you took Russ Grimm, but give me that. Like I think that's fair. But that's me. A long way.
And this guy's in your era. Coy Bacon.
So Big Bake, I love Coy Bacon. Went to his camp in 79 in DC. He finished his career in DC.
Yeah, he didn't play there long though. Right?
Played for the Bengals.
Yep.
And then played for
LA.
Played for LA. Well, no, they were San Diego at the time. Because Coy Bacon transferred over.
It was the Los Angeles Rams, San Diego Chargers,
yes.
Cincinnati
So
Bengals.
I remember him with the San Diego Chargers. Coy Bacon, another name, Lamar Parrish, who played for those Cincinnati Bengals. Isaac Curtis, who I don't think is in the Hall of Fame. Isaac Curtis, smooth as butter. Maybe he is as smooth a runner as there ever was when it came to route running. This guy was a dancer. Isaac Curtis was exceptional. I don't think he was there. Lamar Parrish would have been another one that could have been Hall of Fame great, but didn't make the Hall of Fame. Let me see if Lamar Parrish made the Hall of Fame. I don't think he did. Yeah, and then one of the great names in all of NFL history, Boobie Clark.
Yeah.
Boobie Clark playing tailback.
Great name.
Well, those Bengals were really good. They just weren't Super Bowl good. They made that one Super Bowl. So Boomer took them to a Super Bowl, and Ken Anderson took them to a Super Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl to Joe Montana and the Niners. Yeah,
they had Bucko Kilroy. He played every position. That's recent. He's all very good. Is what these guys have dubbed in. I want to say.
Yeah, I mean no, I wouldn't put him in. No, I wouldn't put him in the
Hamburger, another linebacker.
Chris Hamburger, so when you pull up the Chris Hamburger numbers, the consecutive number of Pro Bowls that he was at, there aren't enough people who talk about Chris Hamburger when you talk about great linebacker play. They called him the Hangman, and he was violent. Had the long career. 45 and a half sacks in his career from linebacker position. That's a number. Back in the day, especially in the 70s, that was a number. Pro Bowls in 66, 67, 68, 69, was number 2 in the MVP conversation. 72 Defensive Player of the Year, 73 Pro Bowl, 74 Pro Bowl, 75 Pro Bowl, 76 Pro Bowl.
He's got an argument. That's
I mean,
he's got a legit argument.
he gets, and he was a turnover machine. I mean, the 45 sacks, pretty incredible. Yeah, I loved Chris Hamburg. The 55 is another one that we really didn't think that's one of those ones that they don't hand out anymore. But he kind of waved on it and said, I'm okay. But yeah, Hall of Fame linebacker. He's that good. If you look at for Washington, the Hall of Great.
Well, what about Wilber Marshall? He was a Bear too.
Yeah, I mean Wilber Marshall. See, Wilber Marshall was. I love the way he played, violent, but the toll on his body, the style he played. He wasn't very big. They would list him at 6 foot 225, 230, maybe. Was a small dude.
Yeah, 6'1", 2. They have him at 225.
Yeah. What he did, I thought Otis Wilson, Mike Singletary. Singletary got most of the credit, but Wilber Marshall was the playmaker.
He's consistent. Played every single game, just about every year.
He was the playmaker. And then when they didn't pay him in Chicago, he came to Washington and he played next to Matt Millen in that Redskin.
He had a nice run with Washington.
He had a great run with Washington.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, so I would think that the Doug Williams and the Mark Rippon Super Bowls were both with Wilber Marshall. Yeah. Yeah. But so if you said to me that Wilber Marshall was a Hall of Famer, he's in that Levante David conversation.
Right.
He's in that conversation of just dudes who got it done. You know this. Listen, not for nothing, the Dallas Cowboys have a ton of guys who are in the Hall of Great. In the Hall of Great. I'm not sure there was anybody that I enjoyed watching as much as a guy who played for the Cowboys, and I was sick of him. But Thomas Hollywood Henderson was as fun. I mean, listen, this dude was running reverses on kickoff returns as a linebacker. You know who another guy? You know what? Hall of Great, Monty Coleman, who just passed away. Monty Coleman was a freak. They called him Superman, and he was as close to Lawrence Taylor. He was Washington's Lawrence Taylor.
What era?
Monty Coleman. Oh my! Put on the Monty Coleman highlight reel. Let me tell you. Stop playing with me. Monty Coleman was 6'3". I think they listed him as 6'3", 245. But Monty Coleman ran a 4.5 40.
6'2", 242.
That he was the gunner.
That's a big man.
Listen to me. And then they ran reverses on kickoffs and punts with Monty Coleman and Darrell Green, with Darrell Green handing it to Monty Coleman.
You know when I look at this, what blows my mind through a lot of this stuff as we're going through just the Hall of Good or a Hall of Very Good right now is all these guys played just about every single game that I've been looking up.
Every game, and he played every special teams.
But not just him, like every guy that I'm looking up through this era.
Not a lot of these guys played every special team.
No.
Monty Coleman is in that conversation of guys that if they just sat down with not playing special teams, they would have been Pro Bowlers along the way. Monty Coleman was the coaching nightmare for everybody who faced Washington. They talk about Darrell Green because Darrell Green's one of the 3 best corners to ever play the game. And yes, you talk about Hall of Great.
Yeah.
Their bookend defensive ends. Dexter Manley, if he hadn't Dexter Manley'd, would be in the Football Hall of Fame. Charles Mann, if he didn't have Dexter Manley on the opposite side, Charles Mann made the Redskins as the gunner on the punt team. So on one side, there's 260 pounds of Charles Mann. On the other side, 245 pounds of Monty Coleman. Yeah. That was it. Wasn't fair.
No.
But in their run, pull up how many sacks those two players had and where they were when they retired from the game. that you're talking about Mark Gastineau, Joe Klecko, also Hall of Great guys. Like Mark Gastineau and Joe Klecko for the Jets should be in the conversations, in the Hall of Fame conversations.
Okay, we got Coleman. Who's the other guy? We got Coleman, and then who?
Dexter Manley and Charles Mann. Charles Mann, they were physical phenoms. Like these were both defensive ends with sprinter speed.
They combined between those two alone, between Dexter Manley and Charles Mann, 180.5.
180 sacks between the two.
Yeah. And it's 97 for Manley and it's 83 for Mann. So it's not like it's a big.
How do you talk? Like, even if you plug that number in now, it's still a number.
That's stupid.
Like, it's still a number. But because we only talk about things in pockets, we miss the discussion. And I hate to tell you, with those two defensive ends, Pro Bowls every year. But do you know who the most valuable defensive player on that team was? And a guy who would never get Hall of Fame consideration. But Dave Butts was the guy. Dave Butts played 20 years. Dave Butts was, back then, a 295-pound nose tackle, defensive tackle. Dave Butts was a monster. He was a monster. But we don't talk about him because, again, in the niche of what it was, you had guys like Bart Oates who got love, and I was like, okay, fine, I get it. But Randy White with the Cowboys, who I think is in the Hall of Fame.
I didn't see him.
Bob Lilly is in the Hall of Fame for the Cowboys, but I'm not sure Randy White is in the Hall of Fame.
Randy White, he's in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. So that good. But to tell you that Dave Butts was better than Randy White, he was just different.
Selfishly, can I ask you about Peppers, Julius?
Hall of Famer.
He's not.
He will be.
Yeah, he will be, right?
He'll be in next year.
Okay, thank you.
Like Julius Peppers should be in next year.
He's fourth all time.
Kevin Green is in.
I'll double check real quick on Green. I don't know if
Kevin Green. Sam Mills just got in.
Kevin Green's in.
Yeah. So think that the Panthers had Sam Mills, Kevin Green, Lamar Lathan, who, if he had had one more elite year, would be in the conversation as well. So there were guys, because Lamar Lathan did it in Carolina and New Orleans. He was on both of those with Sam. Ricky Vaughn, Rick Vaughn, not Ricky Vaughn. What's Vaughn's first name? With the Saints. He was another one that in that space was that good. He was that good. They were just they were terrorizing people. Ken Norton Jr. in the discussion of greats. Let me see.
I mean, the list, they got all sorts of dudes. They got Otis Anderson from the St. Louis Cardinals, New York Jenkins. We talked about Coley Bacon. Kicker, they got Jim Bakken. Bakken, thank you.
Straight ahead kicker, but Bakken doesn't get in before Mark Mosley, who won the most valuable player. What's wrong with you people? And here's the thing, that George Blanda got in because he also played quarterback. But Mosley was the MVP. The league MVP. It's the only one that's ever happened. Not Vinatieri, not Morton Anderson, not Jan Stenerud, none of them. Not Janikowski. Mark Mosley. Mark freaking Mosley. We'll go to break. We'll close out one-on-one when we come back.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that First person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Jackson. And I'm Bergen Riley. Here in the Midwest, we know that trust, grit, and heart really matter. On the court and in life, great teams always have each other's backs. Having a partner who's there to set you up for success is everything. And a teammate you can count on makes anything possible. That's why families and businesses in the Midwest choose Insight Partners. Because just like us, they know we are better together.
When the lights go out, every minute matters. Powerline helps LES respond to outages faster by linking your phone number to your service address. Get ready before the next outage at les.com/powerline.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and new Sierra and Silverado trucks continue to roll in, and August is a great time to upgrade. Right now, get new GMC Sierras for under $50,000. Or get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit us in Louisville or anytime at koppelcars.com. Stock number G306367 with approved credit.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
In every city, every town, there's a Husker fan. You show up, you stand out, no matter where the road takes you. And wherever Husker Nation goes, life doesn't slow down. That's why Emeritus makes dental and vision coverage simple. Quick quotes, affordable options, and nationwide access for fans everywhere. Choose the coverage that fits your journey. Emeritus, fulfilling life, fueled by Husker pride. Go to emeritus.com/Husker Dental for more information.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Back to one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Harrison Arms. So, at the defensive end position, generally considered the two of the three best defensive ends of all time, Reggie White and Deacon Jones. Bruce Smith on the Mount Rushmore. Then you get into, is it Michael Strahan, Jack Youngblood, Jason Taylor, along those lines, Howie Long, Dan Hampton, those guys. Hall of Famers to be J.J. Watt, Julius Peppers, who may, I don't know if he's in, but or will be in, should be. Willie Davis of the Green Bay Packers. Then Myles Garrett, who's playing his way in. Richard Seymour, not in yet. Right? Am I right or wrong there? Is he in?
No, I think you're right. I'm double checking here.
In the space alongside Chris Dolman, Dwight Freeney, and otherwise, Elsie Greenwood of the Steelers should be in. Harvey Martin of the Cowboys certainly could apply to that. But if you're doing that, and if Jared Allen gets in with his 101 sacks. I think that's the number. Let me see what his actual numbers are. No, 136 sacks. Pretty high standard. Leroy Selman only had 78 sacks, but it didn't matter for that time. That's the way the game was being played. Can't control that.
And Seymour is not in.
Not in?
No.
Okay, I think he gets in. But he's getting in with 57 sacks. Some of the folks who are in, like there's some numbers, right? That Bruce Smith, crazy numbers, total sack totals along the way. There's your boy. Top sack number. And are they saying to me that he had 200 sacks? Are you telling me that Bruce Smith had 200 sacks?
Bruce Smith?
Just type in Bruce Smith sacks. Top of the line, Reggie White, Deacon Jones.
200.
Yeah.
On the dot.
Bruce Smith, 200 sacks. Reggie White with 198. Deacon Jones with 173. Julius Peppers with 159.5. Jack Youngblood, Chris Dolman, Michael Strahan, Jason Taylor, Richard Dent, Jared Allen, Carl Eller. Those are the tops of the tops. And then you get into the next level. John Abraham with 133. Leslie O'Neal of the Chargers and Patriots. Cam Jordan, who will continue his way up. Al Bubba Baker of the Detroit Lions. Jim Marshall of the Purple People Leaders. Dwight Freeney still in play. Robert Mathis. Cedric Hardman, another one we don't talk about with the 49ers. Don't talk about him enough. Simeon Rice, we talk about Bucks on both sides of the ball there. And then Clyde Simmons of the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm just saying that there are guys in the next tier who deserve part of the consideration. J.J. Watt is going to get in with 114. Dexter Manley had 103, and we don't talk about him the same way. Sean Jones, Chandler Jones, Lyle Alzado with 112. Greg Townsend. Mark Gastineau. Mark Gastineau should be in the Hall. They didn't like him because he was good-looking, dated supermodels in New York City, and danced after he got his sacks. Grow up, people. Has nothing to do with it. Grow up. Yeah. Fred Dreyer, probably known more for his TV career afterwards. And my personal mentor, one of the great men in my life in this profession, got me into the business with Redskin Magazine. He is called The Sack Man, Mac the Sack. Tony McGee, career 103 sacks with the Patriots, Bears, and Redskins. My personal icon, personal North Star. Just for point of reference, Charles Haley had 100. Mac the Sack had 103. All there. Again, thank y'all for hanging out. Jalen Reyes. We'll talk some volleyball and life with you here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers